So, you thought cars that could fly only existed in movies? Not anymore. At least, in the beginning, flying cars would be too expensive for the average person to buy. Still, these are really cool, would take a lot of cars off the road, and would help a lot to reduce pollution. Let's take a look at 7 real flying cars that actually fly. Number 1. Palvi Liberty. It is one of the best European products because it was made in the Netherlands and designed in Italy. The company has been in business for more than 20 years, and its goal has always been to make a real flying car. After many years of research and development, it released the Palvi Liberty, its first flying car. It's made for two people and can fly at 160 kilometers per hour with a maximum takeoff weight of 910 kilograms. The 100 horsepower supercar has a maximum range of 500 kilometers, and at full capacity, the fuel will last for 4.3 hours. The Palvi is a gyroplane, which means that the car's blades are powered by the wind and will turn as long as there is wind. The idea for Palvi Liberty was first thought of in 1999. Number 2. AeroMobil 3.0. This is not a mere flying car, but a collapsible one. This means that it can be used on grassy or paved airstrips, up to a few hundred meters long. It is also legal to drive on the road, so you can fill it with regular gas and park it in any standard space. That's so cool! The 2.5 version has been changed to the more advanced 3.0 version, which can take off at 90 miles per hour. It can travel for 130 miles in flight mode and uses 15 liters of fuel per hour. It is one of the most watched flying cars because it looks good and is easy to use, but the company still needs to give an official date for a commercial launch. Number 3. Terrafugia Transition. With the push of a button, you can turn a car into a plane that can fly. Yes, that's precisely what the Terrafugia Transition is for. It looks like a futuristic car on the ground and takes off like a helicopter. In the air, it acts like a plane. The best thing about this car is that you don't have to worry about storing it in a hangar, getting to and from the airport, or getting aviation fuel. You can keep it in your garage and use auto gas to move it around. In 2006, Terrafugia did the first test flight for a car that could fly. The fact that this plane's flight technology is fully automated is a very cool thing about it. It moves forward with the help of 8 motors. Also, unlike the other cars here, this one has room for 4 people. It has a cargo-style cabin that can hold up to 635 kilograms. As technology improves, the company plans to make it completely electric. Number 4. Terrafugia TF-X. The Terrafugia TF-X has folding wings that will let it go from being a car to a flying car in less than a minute. You won't have to go to the airport to take off. You'll be good to go if you have a clear area, at least 30 meters in diameter. The vehicle takes off vertically instead of running at high speed before it can fly. You should get a ridiculous amount of megawatts. If you put together 2 electric motors and a gasoline engine that makes 300 horsepower. When the Terrafugia Transition was shown at the New York International Auto Show in April 2012, it showed the world that the idea of a flying car was not at all made up. Now that it's a fully working model and not just a prototype, you can buy it for $400,000. Number 5. Airbus Pop Up. The Airbus Pop Up is an unusual taxi service. People will be able to book a pop-up cab through an app, and depending on the user's knowledge, their destination, traffic, and other factors, they will be picked up by either a car or a flying vehicle. But if you're in a car on the road and traffic gets worse, you can call for a flying module to pick you up. The capsule you sit in can separate from the road module, which lifts you up and takes you to your destination. When the passengers reach their destination, the ground and air modules go back to the nearest charging station to wait for the next booking. Number 6. Klein Vision AirCar. AirCar is made up of several functional units. Its aerodynamic fuselage gives enough room for the passengers and helps the plane lift better in the air. Some examples of advanced technology are wings that can be folded back, tail surfaces that can be folded up, a system for releasing parachutes, etc. Just like in a regular plane, the tail surfaces that fold up help make the plane more stable and make it easier to take off. But in car mode, the size gets smaller when the tail is pulled back. Number 7. Maverick Flying Car. The Maverick Flying Car was made by the Indigenous Peoples Technology and Education Center. It was never meant to be a car for everyone, but rather to help reach people in remote areas where getting around is hard. Maverick is a flying car that has been approved by the FAA so that it can be driven on the road. The car is powered by a 2.5-liter Subaru engine with fuel injection that makes 190 horsepower. So these are the 7 real flying cars that actually fly. Tell us about your favorite flying car in the comments section below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future updates.